where tonight Top Rank Incorporated, in association with the Las Vegas Hilton Hotel and Budweiser, the King of Beers, presents Championship Boxing. These bouts are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Dwayne Ford, Chairman, Chuck Minker, the Executive Director, with commissioners at ringside, Mr. Herb Santos and Dr. Elias Ghanem. Representing the North American Boxing Federation at ringside, ladies and gentlemen, is the president of that body, Mr. Sammy Macias. The officials assigned by the governing bodies for the opening bout of the evening. The judges are Art Lurie, Vince Delgado of Los Angeles, and Chuck Giampa. The timekeeper is Charlie Roth. Counting in the knockdowns, Mike Morabito. The attending physicians at ringside, Doctors Donald Romeo and Kazem Fatih, and your referee for the opening bout of the night is Davy Pearl. The opening bout of the evening, a featured event of the night featuring 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant NABF Lightweight Championship. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of Durango, Mexico, weighing in at an even 135 pounds, with a professional record of 31 wins, 5 defeats, with 21 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, he's rated #1 by the NABF. Here is professional Primo Ramos. And in the blue corner, from Morristown, Tennessee, he too weighs 135 pounds. His professional record consists of 31 wins, 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 26 KOs. He's rated #1 in the world by the WBC, introducing Frankie, the Surgeon, Randall.
Look at me. Look at me. You remember now what we talked about in the dressing room, the rules. Okay? Make sure you obey the rules, otherwise it'll cost you. Okay? Shake hands and good luck.
One might think the nickname Surgeon, as you look at Ramos, that is the nickname of his opponent. Randall applies to boxing. It doesn't. He cut hair for his friends down at the Morristown, Tennessee Boys Club, and he got the nickname the Surgeon. May give you some idea as to his ability as a barber. Let's see what his ability as a boxer is here against Ramos. In a very important bout for Randall, certainly now ranked #1 because of the loss by Boza Edwards in the lightweight ranks for WBC. Ramos says that his problem in the past has been starting slowly. He can't afford to do that. He said he's got to get warmed up. He's got to get in here in a hurry against Randall, who's got such good hand speed and probably is the quicker of the two out.
Well, there's no question that Randall's quickness will be a factor. And for Ramos, he's got to deal with that quickness and still get his offense launched.
These are lightweights. It is scheduled for 12 rounds for the North American Boxing Federation title.
What Frankie Randall likes to do, you saw him there, is jab to the belly and then get his opponent looking down there and come with that straight right hand to the head.
Randall's loss to Rosario was by 1/2 a point. Very unusual scoring, but just one judge in the British system, and he made it that close. That's the only blemish on his professional record.
And of course there was the draw to Freddie Pendleton, which is not a loss. We had that here on ESPN back in July of 1986. But Frankie Randall has been a very consistent professional. You see, he is giving some movement to Ramos,
who calls himself the Durango Kid, born in Durango, Mexico. He fought Meldrick Taylor, an Olympian of the '84 crop. Lost to him a 10-round decision in Phoenix on April the 19th.
Comes in off a good win over Yogi Buchanan, a knockout in 4 at the Forum in California. And Yogi, a lightweight we've seen here also, who's been making noise lately. So that was a good win for Ramos.
He is 2 for 3 this year.
And there you saw him when he got in there. He went to the body of Frankie Randall. He's got to work on the inside. He can't just punch once and then try and get out.
Ramos says he is faster now. He is better conditioned than he has been. And against Randall, I suspect he would have to be. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first round as Ramos goes to the body with the right hand there, but the jab has been very effective for Randall so far in the early going. Takes a left hook in response. There was that jab again from Randall as he's trying to set something up here against his opponent, but it's mainly been a round of two men trying to get the feel of things, to feel each other out. They're going a long way. And that'll do it. Round number 1. 2 for Frankie Randall in the black trunks and Primo Ramos from Durango, Mexico. Ramos has got 21 knockouts. Randall, though, in his 33 bouts, has 26. These are not big men. They are lightweights, but they both pack a powerful punch. But I suspect for a good part of this bout, we're going to see a boxing match out.
Yeah, I think Randall wants to box a little bit, though he will look to drop the big punch if he can. And he's making this kind of an outside fight against Ramos, and I think that's what he wants to. But look, Ramos going to the body, and as I said earlier, that is a key to him.
I think it is a key for a lot of fighters. It is an overlooked area as he goes to the body with the left hand again. You can get so much done there. He continues that onslaught on the body of Frankie Randall.
I think it's because you have to have a real conviction in knowing that that's going to wear your opponent down. You don't get points for body punches. I mean, I don't know why, but even clean body punches that land don't seem to have much effect on the judges. They just don't seem to count those. I don't know why. But
you do in amateur boxing, but not on the pro game.
Yeah, and I mean, the pros should, but they don't.
Yeah, it's more of a headhunting sport at this level. And so therefore you concentrate on that, and the body often gets overlooked, but not on the part of Ramos.
No, in this round, a good example now. He has landed a lot to Randall's body, and if they're giving him credit at the halfway point, they should have him ahead, the judges.
If you don't get points for it, at least for aggressiveness, you might in the minds of the judges. But he continues that pattern now as we're past the halfway part of the second round. It is scheduled for 12 for the vacant NABF lightweight championship. A balmy evening here in Las Vegas. There is a threat of showers. We are outdoors at the Las Vegas Hilton, where tomorrow night Roldan will face Tommy Hearns. A minute to go in the second round. Good hook there from Ramos at the end of that exchange as the right was ripped in by Randall. He bangs and down goes Randall suddenly as Ramos with both hands decks Frankie Randall. Favorite coming in here, and I'm not sure he's going to get up. He is not. This one is going to be all over, I believe. He's nowhere close to being on his feet. He got leveled with lightning fury with less than 30 seconds to go.
And just like that, the #1 contender in the world is no longer the #1 contender. And Primo Ramos, I talked about his right hand. Well, obviously, he brought a good left hook with him here tonight. What an impressive win for him.
And a major, major surprise. You talk about the #1 ranking. Randall is like the king for a day because he didn't have that #1 very long, and he won't have it now. But what a magnificent win for Primo Ramos, who we saw and talked about working so hard to the body. And finally, when he wore his man down, he connected with a vicious combination.
We'll get a chance to look at it. Now, he had Randall a little bit hurt, but then landed that terrific left hook.
That did it.
And that sent him down. But I'm convinced that one of those shots before then had stunned Randall a little because Frankie would not normally have been hit with a punch like that. But what a fine effort by Primo Ramos.
Yeah, the left hook, the finishing blow. Here's Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time. 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the second round. The winner by a knockout and new NABF lightweight champion, Primo Ramos.
Well, that certainly is a surprise, not just the loss, but for Randall.